What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to Daily Upside, the show where we talk about sports cards every day. I'm your host, Keenan Rivals, and today is going to be a pretty dope episode because I'm finally going to be announcing the winner to the Trae Young Prism Rookie. It's been a long week. We've been working really hard. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes here, and a lot of things are happening in the sports cards market. I know a lot of you don't see it, but if you look at the numbers, if you really see what's going on, you'll see there's been some big developments here in the market. Now, before we jump into today's episode, I do want to give a huge shout out to everybody who has supported the market cap method. I've officially sold out of like the first 100 Discord, what is it called when you do the special that we had. That's officially sold out. So if you guys want to still grab the course, you want to learn about sports cards, you want to learn about my formula and what I'm doing to find undervalued plays, then definitely go ahead and check it out. If you bought the course, go ahead and give it a rating and let people know that you're buying it, that you're using some of the plays. Yeah, I just want to give everybody a huge shout out because you put something out, you don't really know how it's going to do, and the response has been really, really great. So if you haven't got it, definitely pick it up because you don't want to be left out. You don't want to be the guy who's not investing properly. You want to be the guy who knows what he's doing. Now, getting in today's episode, we're going to go to the Athletic. Those are my guys. And look, what do we have here? I told you guys as soon as the playoffs are over, it was going to be full on speculation. The articles are going to start coming out. First Take, ESPN, Undisputed, all the shows, all the influencers, and everybody is going to be talking about the offseason and what's going to happen. And right away, we have this wonderful picture of Bradley Beal going up against the Golden State Warriors. And, the guys right here, these guys, those are the guys that are going to get traded for Bradley Beal. Not really, but in all seriousness, there's definitely going to be a lot of trades going on and a lot of talk. And Bradley Beal is, one of the stars that we're talking about. Is he going to go to the Warriors? Are the Lakers going to pick him up? Does he go to Indiana? Or I don't know where he goes, but he's definitely a prolific scorer. He's one of the top people available. And there's just a lot of trade talk happening. We see things talking about Chris Paul. We see a lot of people potentially on the move. We see some scrubs, not that Derrick Rose is a scrub, but we see people talking about Derrick Rose. The Nuggets have been, involved in a lot of trade talk, given that they have 15 small forwards on their team. So this is going to be a really good opportunity for us. It's a lot of speculation, but if you can get in, on the right deal, you can make a ton of money. Right now, Bradley Beal, his 2012-13 Prism, they're going for around $405. Really low pop report at 346, cards in circulation. And Bradley Beal is not like he's not gonna like be the face of a team. He's kind of like a Paul George player where he has that ability, but he just doesn't have that oomph. But if he lands on a right team, like if Bradley Beal goes like to the Lakers or to the Warriors, you best believe his cards are going to shoot up. Even if it's just momentarily, his cards are going to shoot up. Let's see how advanced card ladder is. It's not that advanced. I was going to say, if we can see how like Andrew Wiggins Prism did when he went to the Warriors, best believe that card shot up. So if you think that Bradley Beal is going to go to a major contender, maybe the Warriors trade a draft pick. I don't know. Maybe the Lakers move. Who do they have? Nobody. Maybe they move nobody around. The Lakers, they always figure it out. Then best believe Bradley Beal's cards, they could jump in price, and that could be a really good bet for you. The beautiful thing about this particular play for me is that Bradley Beal's a solid player. So I feel like with him being from the 2012 Prism era, with him being an elite scorer in the NBA, if he doesn't get traded to the right team, like you're not going to lose a lot of money. Like you'll probably still be able to get $350 for this card or $400. I mean, Zach Levine, his card goes for $350, and he's on the Bulls, and they suck. And that's kind of the point that I was trying to make yesterday when you're investing is you got to be okay with losing like $50 or $75, especially if the potential is to 2 or 3x that. Like if you bought this card and Bradley Beals goes to the Warriors and this card shoots up to $800, let's just throw a random number out there. That's a huge, profit compared to like losing $50. There's not a lot of markets that allow those type of plays, and it's just a good bet. The potential is so much higher than the risk, and that doesn't happen often. So just putting that out there for a lot of you guys who are like, oh, I don't know, Bradley Beal may not sell well. you lose $50, you lose $60. It's just not that deep. Like we can't be afraid to lose $60, right? Another good option is Chris Paul. I was actually pretty shocked at Chris Paul's price point. I had no idea that his cards are going for like five, six, $700. I think that's insane. I know like Chris Paul is like the top point guard and he's a Hall of Famer and one of the best ever. Look, I was really into sports cards in like 2005 or 2004. I think that's when Chris Paul got drafted. I was a Darren Williams fan, so I'm not too much on the Chris Paul bandwagon. But if he went to the Lakers, maybe there's a chance it can spike up. I don't know how much, but for whatever crazy reason, I mean, these cards are going for like 1,600 at one point in time. So there's obviously some room for growth there. Do we hit those all-time highs again? Probably not. Like, that was probably just like the real strong bull market. But could this card, hit $1,000? I mean, yeah, Kyrie's kind of at that price point, so why not? So again, just kind of showing you guys where my head's at, some potential plays. The article that's going to be coming out talking about the potential trades in the NBA and how that might affect sports cards. That's going to be available for premium members only. So if you haven't joined the Patreon, definitely do so. For that tier, it's just $4 a month. So you'll be able to get a lot of insight for just $4. So I do want to talk about why I'm uploading this kind of late today. I actually had to go to the bank to open up a new account because bank accounts sometimes suck. Buy Bitcoin, everybody. And that's not investment advice. And anyway, I was at the bank and the guy was asking me like what I do when I was talking about sports cards. And he started freaking out. He's like, I have a vintage collection of sports cards. And, like whenever you mention sports cards to like any guy, they tend to just let you know about their like 87 collection. And that's because that was just like really good times. Like I wasn't born in 87 or I wasn't born during those times, but that was like a monumental time for people in sports and sports cards. And he claimed to have some really rare cards, and a lot of people have rare cards and they just don't know it. I mean, we've seen that with Pokemon. A lot of people are just sitting on Pokemon cards and have no idea. There's just as many people who have like Michael Jordan rookies in their basement. Maybe they have a Mickey Mantle rookie. Who knows? And it got me thinking like everything is just like everybody who wants to be in this space doesn't even know that it exists yet. Like me talking to that guy about sports cards, he's probably going to go home and start looking up sports cards. And it's just no different than this. I was on Twitter today and I saw a rally posted that they were going to be listing a Apple Macintosh. I don't know what year this Macintosh is or anything of that nature, but I was like, ooh, maybe I should invest in a Macintosh. And I don't buy Macintoshes. I don't invest in vintage computers, but because I also didn't know that you could. And now that I know that you can, I'm like really interested. So I'm saying all this to say that a lot of people who are kind of down on the sports cards market right now, there's still plenty of people getting in, just like there's plenty of people getting into the vintage Macintosh business. And I think that's just a really good that was a really good conversation for me because seeing the excitement on his face, seeing the passion that he had that he probably didn't even know that he had, and it just made me really happy and it got me excited. So I think long term the market is still going to be very bullish and a lot of people are going to be jumping in as they start going through those old collections, as they start seeing that their card values have gone up. It's addicting and you can't stop. So I thought I would make this episode kind of dedicated to him. He said he was going to listen to the show and he's just like, hey, where can I sell my cards at? Everybody's looking to cash out, but we all know once you start doing like the research, you're going to cash in. So if you're listening to this, definitely check it out on YouTube so you can, see what I'm saying. And this is where you can kind of sell your cards at. So one of the websites that is kind of new, I actually haven't used it, but I did, talk to some of the guys that work there, and that's StarStock. Essentially, StarStock allows you to send your sports cards in. They warehouse them, they store them, they keep them in great condition, put them in a vault, insure them, and it allows you to kind of sell your sports cards digitally. So if you don't like having top loaders and penny sleeves and just a bunch of sports cards in your home, if you're married and your wife like hates them, like and you're trying to put them on display, this is a great alternative. I know with this particular guy, his wife was like, "Hey, we got to throw them away," and he's like, "I'm not throwing these away." So like maybe you want to keep your sports cards, but you just don't have a spot for them and eat them in your basement. StarStock is a place that you can send them and kind of sell them digitally, and it gives your buyer an opportunity to either get the cards sent back to them or to just keep them in their little online portfolio. Another really good place that you can do this same type of, trading and selling is ComC. So ComC is very similar to StockStock. It's a little less of a pretty platform. They kind of went with the less is more approach, but still works, still has a lot of value, and they have a lot of people buying and selling on there. Unlike StarStock, I actually have used ComC and I've had a pretty okay experience. If you want the card shipped to you, they do tend to take a little while to do that. But if you're trading them digitally, then it works really, really well. Outside of that, there's also MySlabs. MySlabs is pretty cool because they don't charge any fees, or at least the fees aren't that high. So if you're selling your cards, you only get a 1% fee. And then there's just like no fee for the buyer. So everybody's like really happy at the end of the day. This is a great alternative to eBay. The downside of MySlabs is that they only take graded cards. So if you're somebody who has like that vintage collection in the basement, you're gonna have to get it graded first, which we all know could take like a year. So if you do have some graded cards, or if you want to just start buying cards, then you might want to check out My Slabs because you'll likely just get a discount, without paying taxes on eBay. And a lot of the sellers, put the cards on there for a lot less because they're just trying to move their cards. So definitely a good platform. And I know a lot of you guys may know these platforms, but I've been surprised by the, people who listen to this podcast. A lot of them have no idea that a lot of this stuff even exists. So definitely check out My Slabs if you haven't, and get card and buy cards without paying, that eBay fee, and sell cards without paying that eBay fee. Last but not least, I talked about this in a previous podcast, and you might want to look at blowout forums. Blowout forums is just a forum full of just knowledgeable. This is like the original nerd space. This is like where it all started. So if you want to go learn about sports cards, if you want to go talk to people, check out blowout forums. Sometimes the post could be a little toxic, but should I return? People can kind of, just give you a lot of insight and answer a lot of questions. And you scroll down, you'll see they have the marketplace here. Each one is kind of categorized from basketball to hockey. And you're just able to go in here and like interact with different people, So if you're looking to trade for a Pokemon Charizard, you can go trade your basketball cards for a Pokemon card. That might be a play right now. Pokemon is not playing games right now. So yeah, wanted to show you guys, some different outlets, some different places to go buy and trade. And, we talk so much stuff on this podcast that's so advanced. We're talking about the market cap method. We're talking about trades and sales and speculation. And I think sometimes we forget that even though this is a market, it's still supposed to be fun. Maybe you just want to go trade some cards. Maybe you want to trade your Kobe for a Kobe you never seen before. This purple Pulsar Luca, that's not a card you see every day. Maybe you want to go trade for that. This Ruby's Kobe, there's only 18 of those. There's people who actually value their sports cards and they're not looking to sell them. They're looking to trade for other rare cards, and that's it. They value the cards more than they do money. And you'll only find some of these cards on these forums. All right. So you guys are all probably here because you want to see if you won the Trey Young rookie. Look, most of you did not win. One person only won. I posted this a long time ago, September 30th. That was like right during the bubble. I said once the bubble's over, I'd be giving away a super cool Trey Young rookie. And if you're somebody who likes to peek at my tabs, well, then you already know who the winner is. So it's going to be rr.cards. Congratulations. Hit me up. Let me follow you back so I don't look like a jerk. Hit me up. You won the card. I'm not going to tell you on Instagram. You got to watch Daily Upside to win. I give you 7 days. If you hit me back in 7 days, I should be the card. I went ahead and followed you, so it should be easy. This guy also sells cards on eBay. So check out his page, check out his eBay page, give him a follow. He's into pretty much everything it looks like. So that's awesome to see. Is that a soccer card? I had to step my, this is a big soccer player. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who has supported me on Patreon. As you guys see, I opened up a new tier. It's called Round 2. All the great stuff you got in Round 1, but it's for you guys who slept. So if you want to join the Discord, if you want to be a part of the giveaways that I'm doing, definitely check out the Patreon. It also just helps the show. I'm doing this stuff full time. A lot of research goes into it, and you guys know how it is out here. So definitely check it out. It means a lot to me. I do want to answer one of you guys' questions. Somebody hit me up and they asked, was I still going to be doing a regular podcast or am I just doing Daily Upside? I am going to be, doing regular podcasts. So every Friday, moving forward, you are going to get more of a traditional podcast, more of a scripted podcast like I used to do, in addition to Daily Upside. So again, we got a lot of stuff going on over here. We're doubling down. And it's because you guys are over here helping me on Patreon. So if you haven't subscribed, $4 gets you all the blogs, all the emails, all the, insight. $12 gets you that same thing. It gets you the ability to join the Discord group, and it gets you the ability to win some of the giveaways that I'm doing. If you haven't seen the giveaways that I'm doing, then you're sleeping, fam. We got some boxes in here, tons of stuff coming. You guys are we're about to have a lot of fun. You guys are going to enjoy it. Again, huge shout out to everybody who's purchased the market cap method. Means a lot to me. If you haven't got it, man, $97, it goes a long way. Don't sleep on investing on knowledge. I know a lot of you want to buy that Prism. You want to buy that Optic Rookie. Buy it later. Buy this course. See if it's a good buy. That's what I'm saying. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy investing.